Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to talk to you guys about signs that we, and I say we as in you and me, are being way too hard on ourselves. Let's get started and talk about it. I'm bringing this up because I've been told by many people, Dawn, quit beating yourself up, you're too hard on yourself. And because I read all the comments, I can see that many of you guys sometimes are very critical of yourself. So I wanted to chat with you guys about the signs to look for when we think we're being too hard on ourselves. And many of these signs I came up with myself because I know I'm doing it to me. So let's get started and talk about it. The first one is negative self-talk. And when you hear people say, hey, quit beating yourself up, when we're just getting mad or we're, talking negatively about ourselves, that, oh, we're so dumb or we can never figure anything out or things like that. When we're doing negative self-talk and talking bad about ourselves to ourselves, whether it's out loud or quietly in our mind, that's when we know that, hey, that isn't helpful and we're being too hard on ourselves and too critical. Number two, and this is one that I've done in the past and I occasionally do it now, looking for validation from other people. We just want to be praised and we want others to notice when we do good things and say, well, that's okay, you're doing a great job. And when we don't get it, then we kind of feel bad. And I think part of the reason I do this or feel bad is because I feel like I'm really encouraging and I'm always validating other people. So because of that, I expect others to validate me and pat me on the back. And when it doesn't happen, I get a little bit disappointed. Well, guess what? We're not to look to validation from others. We can only validate ourselves, right? Okay, number three, and I've done this, I've gotten better, but there are always those people, and I've mentioned it on so many videos, some well-meaning people that want to give us, whether you can call it criticism or maybe sometimes constructive criticism, and they love to kind of get into your life and tell you what to do with all areas of your life. But basically, a lot of times many of us may feel defensive, offended, we explain things, and then we start ruminating and thinking about it all day long. And that's kind of where I think sometimes this happens because we overshare things and then people want to get into our life and infiltrate in all areas, but then we get all defensive and then we start worrying about it and it just ends up being a huge stressor. So getting defensive and offended and upset when others try to criticize. The sad thing about it is there may be some excellent constructive criticism of little things that we can tweak in our life that could actually be helpful. But because we put this wall up because of negative experiences of people that have been really critical of us, and because we're so critical of ourselves, then we're not even apt to listen to really good, solid, wise counsel because of some of those negative experiences. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, number four. This is me, giving up too easily on things, trying things, and if it doesn't work out, just, doing the negative self-talk and saying, oh, well, forget it, giving up way too easily. Number five, I do this one a lot, replaying negative experiences in our mind and even saying, oh, gosh, I wish I wouldn't have said that. Oh, I wish I could take that back. Oh, no, they're thinking the worst. And even looking and saying, oh, no, I know they're thinking bad things about me, and replaying those things, which also is not helpful. Number five, and this one is really important, number six, I should say, excuse me, not giving yourself credit for areas you have done well in areas you have improved. And saying, yes, maybe there's some areas that I could work and tweak, but you know what? Here's some areas I've really improved on, and I'm doing much better, and I'm going to keep doing better. I think that is one of the biggest things that we can do is start giving ourselves credit of how far we've come. Some people in life don't even care about improving anything in their life. At least that we care and we're working on areas in our life is really positive, just doing that in itself. Okay, and I wrote down number seven, feeling guilty all the time for a lot of things, like not being there for people, not being able to listen all the time, not being able to help people out, maybe saying the wrong thing or not saying something. It could be feeling guilty for a lot of things, not succeeding in things, feeling guilty a lot about all of this. These are areas where I feel like we have been way too hard on ourselves. And the issue with all of this, and I'm speaking to myself here, is that when we have all of this kind of thing or some of these things going on, it can prevent us from being successful, happy, peaceful people in all areas, and it can basically put a roadblock up and prevent us from living the life we want to live. I'm going to end this video with asking you guys a favor and asking you a question, because I think many of us here look at the areas where we haven't done well rather than maybe giving ourselves a pat on the back for areas we have done well. I want you in the comments below to write down some areas that you have been really successful or done really well, or areas that you're really happy with, how far you've come. It could be any area in your life, areas that maybe you're really proud of yourself and you're really happy with that. Please celebrate your successes, and I would like you to celebrate your successes in the comments below. Let's all encourage and lift each other up. I'd love to see more of that in the comments. That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye-bye.